This podcast was made with a virtual voice. Today, let's board my imaginary boat to answer the following question. What is the historic capital of Normandy? Nowadays, Rouen is the capital of Normandy for its culture and its museums, its maritime capital thanks to the Armada and its port, and an economic capital, but historically, the answer is not so simple. First, let's go back in time to the 1st century before Christ. At this time, Normandy and the Normans did not yet exist. Several Gallic tribes lived in this territory, such as the Veliocasses and the Caletes. It is from the conquest of Gaul by Julius Caesar that 2 cities will emerge: Rotomagus, today Rouen, and noviomagus, today Lisieux. However, the importance of Lisieux will fade, particularly in the Middle Ages during the Viking era. Indeed, the Scandinavians carried out several raids from the year 800 and threatened Paris in 911. The King of France, Charles III, said the simple signs: the Treaty of Saint-clair-sur-Epte with Rollo, the leader of the Vikings. The latter will settle on a relatively vast territory, including Rouen, which will henceforth be called Normandy, in reference to the word northman, which means men of the north. In a century and a half after several conquests, Rouen became the capital of Normandy around 1050, thanks to William the Conqueror, to the detriment of the city of Caen. This position as capital was strengthened in 1204 when Normandy was attached to the royal domain. Rouen becomes an important marketplace through which Paris obtains its supplies of salt, wine, cotton, and wool. However, certain sons of kings of France, like John II, the Good, and Charles V, will not forget the other Norman towns like Caen and Vaudreuil, in which they will make several stays. Caen, moreover, fought for a long time to obtain the title of Norman capital. Indeed, any capital must host the headquarters of political, economic, or legal institutions. Among these institutions, the Exchequer is a good example to take into consideration. Made up of the most important Norman barons and prelates, the Exchequer is, initially, a sort of court of auditors then. Secondly, the institution evolves into a court of justice, and during the 12th century, Henri II Plantagenet, Duke of Normandy and King of England, designated the city of Caen to host the Exchequer. Nevertheless, over the following centuries, the Exchequer regained its unstable character. It was held in Falaise, in Caen, and increasingly in Rouen. And so, in 1499, the then King of France permanently established the Exchequer in the city of Rouen. However, subsequently, the primacy of Rouen did not completely assert itself. Indeed, the 16th century and the absolute monarchy rebalanced the functions between the 2 Norman towns. The French Revolution contributed to the alignment of the main Norman towns, and consequently to the withdrawal from Rouen. It was in 1956, with the establishment of the regions, that Rouen, put at the head of Upper Normandy, found higher functions, but Caen received the same. This will formalize a duality in the Normandy landscape. So much so that in 2016, the state and regional elected officials split things in 2 when it was necessary to find an administrative capital for reunified Normandy. The regional prefecture is located in Rouen, while the regional council is located in Caen. In conclusion, and this will be my personal point of view, whether historically, culturally, or economically, the city of Rouen is the capital of Normandy.